Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Debbie. How are you today? Hope everyone is doing really well. If this is your first time joining, this is a very relaxed sewing live. I try to make it as relaxed as possible so that we can have a good time. Some people are sewing with me, which is my village quilt, which I literally have 17 houses to go, and then I'm done. I spent a little time this morning cutting up some new fabric, so I've got some more house pieces that I think work pretty well with the color palette, and so I'm really happy about that. I might cut a little more as we go along. And some people are working on other projects. So I know, for example, Debbie, what are you doing this morning? Sometimes Debbie preps food, and sometimes Debbie knits, and sometimes Debbie works on hand sewing. It all depends. All right, my shirt is looking a little weird and I can't tell. There we go. And other people are working, and they just sort of have us in the background chatting, and they jump in whenever they have something to add to the conversation, and that's all fine here. So if I'm working on something and I come across something, sometimes I throw out a question. Other times I might let's see, I might show you something that works for me, and other times people ask questions, so feel free to jump in and ask questions if you're working on something and you hit a stumbling block. If I don't know the answer, oftentimes someone in the chat does know the answer. So good morning, Mary. Debbie, I'm so excited because I sent you a text yesterday. I got the snacking cakes book that we were talking about last week, so I'm super excited because the recipes look amazing. So so those of you who are new here, I don't know why we talk about cake so frequently, but we do. We talk about cake. We talk about easy dinners that are delicious. I really enjoy cooking and baking, and but I also have an autoimmune condition, multiple actually, and my youngest is also has health conditions, so sometimes I just need like easy things to make, and so we talk about that too here. So there you go. Debbie says, I finished my village quilt, but I'm working on wool applique with you this morning. Yay! Yeah, Debbie actually finished their village quilt quite a while ago and actually made a tutorial on how they quilted it, which I believe the link is still in the description. Let me know if it's not, and I'll add it after we finish the live this morning. I have such a busy day today. It's not even funny. So I'm enjoying our time today where I can just relax for a little bit before my day gets a little bit crazy. It's not too bad. Yesterday, my day was completely open other than our sewing time, and so I was super excited. And then within a few hours, I think by 5 o'clock, my whole afternoon was full. So just some days are like that. Yeah, I'm so excited. You're gonna have to tell me, Debbie, which recipes you like so far. I saw the donut one, which I think you had done last time when you told me about that recipe, and so I'm super excited to try that one. That one looks really delicious. For those of you who are just joining and you have no idea what I'm talking about, Debbie told me about this book called Snacking Cakes, which is our cake recipes that all go in an 8x8 pan, so they're small. And so it's just a little cake, and there's only 3 of us, and so sometimes it's just like a regular size cake is just too much for us. And so So yeah, so that's, and we do like desserts, and I'm not gonna, I am on like a health kick right now and like doing a whole healthy diet. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to not occasionally have a sweet treat, because that just would make that, what's the point of life if you can't have a sweet treat every once in a while, you know? I'm doing a terrible job of cutting right now. I'm not, my hands aren't anywhere near the rotary blade though. I'm just hitting my sewing machine, which, I shouldn't be hitting my sewing machine with the rotary cutter. That's not a good idea. All right. So that'll be pretty. I'm going to need to like I might need to go through my doors and see what I have that'll work with what I cut this morning. But I just knew that this one was going to work for a roof. So what I did this morning was I found a charm pack that I actually pilfered. I went through and I picked the ones that I liked the best. It's called Sunlit Blooms. It's from Maywood Studio. It is, I don't know how old this is. And it's even like, it says compliments of Maywood Studio. So I must have gotten it at Market. Or Michelle sent it to me when I worked for Golden Peak. I worked on magazines. I would get, like, she would send me the kind of big catalogs of fabric collections that were coming out, and sometimes she would send me little charm packs so that I could see the fabric up close. And so that was always nice. And so I've always put those charm packs aside for this pattern, because it's perfect for charm squares. Does anyone know if there are any other charm pack quilts that I imagine Moda might have? Sometimes they, like, I know that there's one that was also a Miss Rosie's that used the 2.5-inch square charm packs. And I don't think I've got a ton of those. I feel like I've got more 5-inch charm packs than anything else. But I know that I had enough at one point that I considered getting that pattern, and I can't remember what it was now that I think of it. So I'm just curious. Okay, let's see. Oh, the lemon with the lemon glaze and the peanut butter banana with the chocolate glaze. Oh, the glaze looks so good. And there's a whole section in the back that's just flavored whipped cream, which I love whipped cream on cake. I also just like powdered sugar on cake. Like, I'm not a huge icing person. I'm dying to make the chocolate cake and the vanilla cake. Just out of curiosity, because they had the buttercream on the chocolate. It kind of reminded me of the little Entenmann's cakes. So I feel like Entenmann's is like more of a Northeast thing. I could be wrong, but my husband always loved those cakes. He found one. We have a Publix here, and Publix tends to have like more New York foods. And so occasionally we can find yummy things like that. Hello, I'm trying to remember. So Mama Lee, good morning. Your name is, I'm trying to remember. It was like, it's not Megan. It's not Maureen. You're going to have to remind me because I've already forgotten. Good morning, Rachel. Sorry, Rachel said, the second camera on the sewing machine threw me off for a second. I thought you had 3 hands. I do have 3 hands. Some are tanner than others. Oh, goodness. Yes. So, all right. So I'm going to pick out some doors. I know I feel like I've got this in the wrong angle a little bit, but I was sort of working a lot on setting up things. So maybe I'll try and change the angle a little bit. I don't want to get it in the thing too much. That might be better. We'll go with that. Sorry that it's over here that you can actually see it, but I don't know. And I feel like you can see my cords in the background, but that's okay. I'm just going to go with that. Melanie. Oh, okay. That's it. Hello, Melanie. Good morning. I tried to remember, but You know, I'm not great with names sometimes. So what can you do? What can you do? I'm going to put those over there. All right, I'm going to try and find doors. I found this fabric that was part of that Sunlit Blooms collection, and I felt like it looked a little like kelp, and so I thought that would go really well with some of the Heather Ross fabrics. So I'm gonna go through. I'm just gonna put these up here and see if I can find colors for doors that I like. Otherwise, I might cut up a little bit more before I get further into sewing. That might look cute. And, you know, it'll be good. That might work. I like the scale of it with this one. So I'm just going to be sort of tentatively picking doors. My pile is a mess from last week, so I did not come up here and fix things. So we had a house full of guests this weekend. We had the memorial service for my mother-in-law, and it was nice and it was good. I didn't quite get as much done before the memorial service around the house as I wanted to, and then we just we had more guests here than I was anticipating. Oh, the lights just flickered. And it's not stormy outside. So I'm a little concerned about that. Like, why would the lights flicker? I don't know if you saw that, but I saw it. So put this over here because we have two of those. Nice orange. But it was a beautiful weekend. I got to see my kiddos. It was really nice to have all the kids in one place, which, you know, doesn't happen that frequently anymore, which makes me sad. And I actually felt like I was sort of channeling my mother-in-law because I actually started to cry when they were all leaving for the airport. She used to do that when we would leave. And so I just thought that was interesting that happened. Like, it doesn't usually happen to me. But I think because I don't know the next time that I'll see them. You know, I'm sure I'll see them around the holidays, but the holidays are complicated with my lot. Because a few of them work in hospitality. So Miss Rosie's master plan. Yes. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. Is it like stars? Like, I want to say it's stars, but I could be wrong. Yes, master plan. That's the one. I think I've already bought it, actually, now that I think of it. I think I have. So maybe that one will be down the road at some point. Because good golly, I've got so many charm packs. And yeah, so other than that, life has been pretty good. I have no complaints other than the occasional very busy day. I'm not liking any of the colors. That's not terrible. Not the right color green. I'm going to have to pull out a couple of more subdued greens and corals, maybe. Yeah. I might need to pull out a few more fabrics from the collection itself and cut up some transoms and some doors, which is fine. Yeah, I think I'll do that. That'll just be easier. It'll just be easier. Okay, I've got multiple piles of doors and I don't know why. All right, what is my little, oh, right, I've got this little stack. Oh, right, I've got a little stack already done. Okay, we'll put those over there. All right, we're just gonna move those. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. I just remembered I did do a few doors. Okay, so All right, I like the door. This door. I like that. Okay. Let's see. I think that would be good. I think that would be good. Okay. All right, I got a few. We can make that work. All right, let's go through the charm pack again and see what other fabrics we like, shall we? That wouldn't be bad. Pull out that one. Let's see. Maybe something sort of yellowy. Pull out that one. Let's see. Not terrible. And maybe we'll do that for the door. There's pink. Ooh. Ooh, maybe I'll swap out a pink. And I think I'm just going to cut the door out of these and not cut the, so usually you cut the door and you cut a roof. I'm just not sure if I want to do that. I feel like I'm mumbling. I'm sorry if I'm mumbling. I'm going to try and speak a little clearer and louder. Just my day. Do I want any of these as roofs? You know what? I'm just going to cut them as roofs. It's fine. I changed my mind. Because I am a dork. This charm pack was cut a little bit short on one side, which, you know, like as I've said, happens sometimes because these weren't necessarily mass produced. They were, you know, just samples. So oftentimes they were put together by, you know, just humans in the sewing room, in the sample room at whatever fabric company. All right. Let's see. Debbie said, so master plan is stars, 4 patches, and flying geese. Right. Oh, Melanie says this morning I'm finishing up long arming a queen quilt. Very nice. I wish I had a long arm. I so wish. I also wish I had emptied my garbage can. I got this little garbage can. I'm not sure where, Target maybe, years ago. And it just looks like a regular garbage can. And I just liked it so much. So it's always been my little companion on my sewing table. Got a little weird. There we go. Yeah. So I'm very excited to be in the final stretch of this quilt. I'm definitely ready for this one to be done. So I feel like I will be finishing up the blocks in the next 2 weeks, probably. I don't know. I'm slow. I am slow, especially because I'm sort of hand picking fabrics. And then I've got another tutorial to do that will be done by the end of the month. So I've got to get moving on that. Also, oh my gosh, I forgot. I brought up the fabric that I got from Shannon Fabrics. So I'll show you that in a minute. So I think it's very pretty, and I'll open up the package today. So Melanie says, I just got it in January. The plan is to make money with, nice, making quilts happen. I love it. I love it. So congratulations. Which kind of long arm did you get? That's such a big deal, buying a long arm, you know? So it's interesting because, you know, for years I thought that I was just no good at long arming. And then I realized that I was just, it was the long arm that was the problem. So once I tried, well, first I guess I tried the Bernina long arm, and that, like, I almost cried when I tried that one, because I actually, it like made my stitches look good. And that was the first time that had ever happened for me. And then I tried the handy quilters, and the handy quilters also, like, I really like them. So yeah, and I was lucky enough that we had handy, like, we had a Capri sit down long arm in our office at the magazines, and so I was able to give that a try, and then at market I would try different long arms and thought they were great. So, but those were the two that I've tried that really I was successful at. There's one that I thought the pink would look pretty. I think it was this one. Yeah, let's do that, I think. Okay. All right. So now I need, oh, you know what? I wasn't thinking about transoms. I need more transoms. I could use some navy blue for some transoms, but it's like a dusty blue. Let's see if I've got a blue that'll work. Not terrible, but not great. Let's look. I'm gonna found another. So this was a Dear Stella charm pack that I got. I just want to show you how thick this is. Like, it is so big, and I had 2 of these. They've got so many polka dots, and it's totally fun. So I might see if I can get sort of a dustier blue. That blue might not be terrible. There's 2. Some of these have 3. I wonder if there are 3 of each. Yeah, there might be 3 of each. There's 4 of those. Oh, maybe 5. Wow. Okay, do I want the light blue? Maybe the light blue. I'm going to pull out a light blue and a dark blue. Oops. Oh. Dropping things. Just great. I'm going to pull out those 2. So maybe we'll do roofs with those 3. That I think would work. Maybe a lighter blue. It's very teal. Wonder if I need a teal like that. I might need a teal like that. Ooh, that's a pretty green. I'm gonna pull that out. Pretty green. I really could use more. Oh, I do have olive green. Okay, we're good. Is there a coral? Not really. There's more mauvey. Oh, that one will do. Okay, we'll pull out those. Okay. All right, and we still have some of those if we need them. Okay. My phone is acting very strange today. Like, I feel like Apple is trying to like kill my phone, which is kind of a bummer because it's not that old. But I've had a couple of weird things. Like, I was looking for photos yesterday, and I was looking in for photos of my cat. Our cat Willoughby, yesterday was his gotcha day, and I was looking for a photo for when we found him, and he when I looked at the pets, some of them were written in like Japanese or Chinese script. And I was like, okay. And so then the other thing that's happening is like I've got it on a focus setting, but my watch isn't doing the right thing. So, oh, wait, now it's back to normal. Okay. But weird. So let me see what Debbie's saying. We started talking about long arms. So Debbie's in. Okay. Oh, you get the 12-foot handy quilter with Pro Stitcher. Nice. Debbie says I've been sold on handy quilter since 2006 and been working for handy quilter that long too. Oh, it's Carly Porter's old machine. Nice. Is it actually Carly's machine? Like, is it her? Did you buy her machine? Just out of curiosity. Or if it's the one or is it just the one that she had? Yes, totally planned obsolescence. That's what I think. That's what I think. I think that they're doing things to like make us need to upgrade, and I don't want to upgrade. Like, got no plans to upgrade anytime soon. And if I am forced to upgrade my phone, I will not buy an Apple because that's how annoyed I am at them right now. Because I feel like they used to be like really secure, and they're not secure anymore. So, all right, these are really off. None of these polka dot fabrics are the same size. Like, I feel like they individually trimmed the polka dots. So now I'm hoping that it's at least 5 inches though, but they're not. Ah! They're not 5 inches. That's what happened. Now I know. And I probably didn't measure back then. Good golly. It's got the graffiti on it. Oh my god, that's amazing. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. Yeah, because she went to like a baby lock, didn't she? All right, what do I do if it's not 5 inches and I want it to be 5 inches? I guess I just can't trim it. This is a problem. Well, you know what? It should be okay. It's going to be okay because I have to trim them down anyway. And if I cut this side, that is all accurate, and I do those for the thing, it should be fine. It's going to be fine. So I have to trim it down to the right size anyway. Okay, we're just going to put those aside for the roofs. And then I'm going to realign this over here, and we're going to cut this for the, might cut transoms. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut transoms. All right, so the transoms are 2 by 2 1/4. Okie doke. Good morning, Sandra. Yeah, all the roofs need to be trimmed because they're way too big. It'll be fine. And I mean, they're literally like an 1/8 off, maybe a 16th off, so I'm not gonna stress. Right? This is supposed to be my no stress quilt. That's why I'm taking so long with it. It doesn't have a deadline, so I don't have to stress about it. Okay, 2 by 2 1/4. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Ooh, I could use a really like a tealy color for that one. And some yellow. Got some green. Some blue. We'll do that. And that. And that. Those are ready to go. That's might need to trim some more. I might just trim these down. That's what I'm going to do. These are 2 inches by 2 1/4 inches. Okay. Life is good. Yeah, that's gonna work. I might put that one there. And that's gonna work. Too much, too much. All right, we're gonna leave these aside. I'm just gonna start sewing because I've got stacks, so I can sew for a bit. So that's what I'm gonna do. Make sure my iron is on. And drink some water. Everybody drink some water. Debbie says, we quilt because it's so relaxing. Darn it. Just finished a 9-shop yarn crawl here in Pittsburgh, PA. Now I'm looking for a quilting shop hop back home in New York sometime soon. Yay. I haven't done a shop hop. Like, I haven't actually done a shop hop on purpose. You know, like I've gone to shops during shop hops, but I haven't like done the whole actual shop hop thing. So there's one in Texas at Christmas time, like in Dallas, in the Dallas area. That seems so nice because the stores decorate for Christmas. And it just sounds delightful. I forget what it's called, like, I feel like it's like a jingle hop or something like that, you know, like it's got a cute name. I can't remember, though. Off the top of my head, I'm going to put my cat here so he can sit and watch. Okay. We're going to pretend this is relaxing. It is relaxing. It is. Even though I feel a sneezing fit coming on. So I'm going to apologize in advance if I start to sneeze. Don't know why I keep having sneezing fits. I'm taking Allegra and maybe I just need to change up my allergy meds. Every day I sneeze at least 10 times. Debbie says I've worked at many shop hops, but never done one. The yarn crawl was so fun. I love it. Cute. Very flowery. I like it. We'll have to see if I've got a roof that's the right color for this one yet. Or if I have to make more. Oops. I started too far down. I took a class with Carly. Gosh. Probably 2016, I want to say. And it was great. And it was funny because I didn't feel like I was doing a great job at the time. And like years later, I looked at them and I was like, you know, these aren't that bad, especially considering how little free motion quilting I had done at the time. So, but it was delightful. She's really a fun teacher. And I do enjoy that like style of quilting. I did a little bit with Christina Camelli at QuiltCon this year as well. She did a little bit of sort of that like freewheeling, not necessarily graffiti, but you know, like add on, to start with a central motif and add on. So fun. Hi, Terry. Debbie says, I knew Carly before she was Carly Porter. I love it. All right, one house base done. Let's see if any of these roofs look nice. I think this one. That's not bad. I'm going for it. I bet. Like, wasn't Handy Quilter like Carly, one of Carly's like first jobs? Testing out the machines. So what, how fun is that, you know? Yeah, I've only known Carly, I don't know, 10 or 12 years, I would say, probably. I got to see her at QuiltCon. That was nice. All right. I'm going to have to count. This might be 105. Let's see. Got the loose ones on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 105. That was 105. 15 to go. Might have 15 cut up here, which is awesome. Which is awesome. I just had a voice in my head. There's a Korean cooking channel called Aaron and Claire, and he always says, which is awesome. Melanie says she's an excellent instructor. I took her 2024 class. And Debbie says met her when she was working there. I've been rooming with her at QuiltCon for a few years. Her story is so cool. It's so true. And you saw me? Yay. Melanie, did we meet in person? Because now I'm like, well, now who are you? Because I'll probably remember if I see your face. Yeah, Debbie says I might have roomed with her at Houston one year, but I can't really remember. Yeah, she came to my town back in 2016 a few times. So she taught classes at my local quilt shop. She did a retreat with my local quilt shop. We did a gosh, I guess it wasn't me. I was just there. I think I was emceeing a thing she did at my quilt shop, live. So yeah, she's awesome. This is a total Carly Porter love fest over here today. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to show you guys the fabric, so I might pull that out after I finish this house. Yeah, so if you guys remember, I did like one day I got a box from Shannon and I left it to open on the live, and then it was backing fabric. And I got the quilting cotton last week. And I finally remembered to bring it upstairs. And I'm going to grab it in a second. Let's see, I don't know if I've got a roof that's the right color for that one. I probably don't. But, okay. So, they sent this. It's a pack of fat quarters, 9 fat quarters of their quilting cuddle. And this collection is called Christmas Keepsake. It's new. And I'm going to open it and feel it. I was talking to Corey Pearson at Linda's last week, and he was giving me some tips for using... Ooh. Oh, it's so soft. He was giving me some tips for sewing with it. Right. It is taped shut. So I'm trying to find the end of the tape. It might not be tape. Is it tape? It might just be stretchy stuff. Yeah, stretchy stuff. Okay. Okay, so it's like thin. It's like real thin cuddle. Is this upside down? It is upside down. Okay, it's directional. There you go. Oh, it's so soft. So I don't know. I reached out to them this morning because I was having trouble finding the, like, usually they have patterns to go with their packages like this. And I'm certain that they've got them, but I couldn't find it on the website. And so I asked if there was a specific pattern to go with these. I don't know. I'm just going to put this over here like this. I'm going to try and shove it back in the bag. And keep it all together. Because Lord knows the cats will. It is cuddle, and my cats are obsessed with cuddle. I was lucky enough to get a few of their blankets as gifts over the years. And if it is, one of them is laying about, my cats are on it. They love them. Alrighty. I'm just going to try and shove this in. It's not very neat, but it'll do. There we go. It'll do. So as soon as I know what pattern I'm going to do with that, I will keep you posted, because I would very much like to do some Christmas quilts. I don't really have a Christmas quilt. I've got like a patriotic quilts. I've got Halloween quilts. I've got a Valentine's Day quilt. I don't have Christmas. So I need to get on that. Kind of like last year I did all the stockings. Now I need to do some Christmas quilts for the beds. And I'm thinking like easy Christmas quilts. Oh, Melanie at her booth. Oh, excellent. I'm going to have to look back at pictures. That's awesome. Thank you for reminding me. I don't always associate names. As if you were here last week, you would know that, like, My son-in-law was actually on the live, and I had no idea what his name was. So it was funny. So I was talking, and it was funny because I was talking about him, and it was just too funny. And then he flew in the next day, which was awesome. I feel like we did nothing but eat last weekend. We made dinner for, well, kind of lunch for everybody on Sunday. It was practically dinner because it was so big. But my husband smoked some pulled pork, and then I made a whole bunch of side dishes. And we had leftovers for a few days afterwards. Not really too much though. So there was lots of food. Lots and lots to eat. All right. So I've got the bases of the house is built, and then I'll deal with roofs after that. Once I know all of the houses I've got and what colors I need. I feel like I just cut a bunch of things randomly and probably shouldn't have, but that's okay. Because I needed matching doors anyway. If you do this with like all of the charm packs, like the same charm packs, it's better than the way I'm doing it because I'm just making a random mess, you know. Chris, hello. Yay. I'm not sure that you've been on in a really long time. And you just reminded me that I'm not even sure you're showing up in my feed lately. I'm going to have to go back and set notifications. I have just decided that like on YouTube lately, you just have to set notifications. I avoided that for so long. But if you really want to see people come up in your feed, you just have to. Of course, I've not been incredibly active on YouTube lately. So, but I'm so glad. And if all of you need to go follow Sew the Distance, go to her channel because she makes awesome videos. You had almost the same dinner when my son and his new wife came to visit 2 weeks ago. The sweet corn is so good. Love it. Debbie, it does. Yours was totally scrappy. Did you have the same trouble of like making too many parts for it? Because I find that. Oh yeah, things with YouTube are totally wacky. And Debbie says, I set an alarm on my phone for the YouTube lives I want to watch. I need to do that. Yes, so good to see you too, Chris. Yes. So nice. I'm going to have to go back and see what you've been doing lately, Chris, because like I'm not quite sure why you're not showing up in my feed lately. But Chris does all kinds of fantastic videos if you don't watch her channel. She does sewing tutorials. She does some really great deep dives into vintage quilts. And then she also finishes some vintage quilts, and that's kind of fun to watch. So I enjoy watching those. And some of those are older, and I go back and I watch them and still comment on them even though they're older, but that helps channels bubble up, like it helps the videos bubble up in people's feeds, so that's always a good thing to do. Debbie says, I stitched in sets of 10. 10 roofs, 10 houses, match them up. Lather, rinse, repeat. That's awesome. You're so organized. But I do remember when you were doing it that you would cut at night and then like sew the next day or something like that. Cut while you were on the phone. Which is smart. I'm doing it all willy-nilly, and that's my problem. So I think I've done extra cutting, extra parts, because there were times where I just decided that I would just, you know, oh, I'm just going to cut a whole bunch of things and then put them together. You know, which I think it'll be fine in the long run because, I mean, it's all just scrappy anyway. But we shall see. I'm sure at some point when I start to put it together, I'm going to be like, oh, why did I do it this way? And I don't know if I'll be sewing like the rows together on lives or not, because I feel like that's the most frustrating part for me. Just, oh, Mary said Chris just did a bunch of Christmas in July videos. Oh, why are you not showing up in my feed? And usually I go through and I like remind myself to like go back and go through my subscriptions and try and pull them up so that my algorithm is right. But I think my algorithm's all off. I haven't been getting true crime. I've been getting an awful lot of like Reddit, how do I say it nicely? Am I the a-hole? Videos, which are funny to watch sometimes, depending upon the creator. And what else have I been watching? I don't even know. I don't think I've been watching a lot. Oh, I know why. Because I've been reading and I've been watching TV programs with my husband. That's why. Because usually I watch a lot of YouTube at night. But instead, we've been just binging TV shows. I finished a book last week and I started a new one last night called Yesteryear. I put a hold on a book that we're going to do with a few friends at the library, so that should be ready next week. So I've got to hurry up and read the one that I'm reading now. Debbie says 7 p.m. call with elderly mom equals cutting time. So smart. Oh, and Mary says there's lots of small gift ideas in Chris's videos. I will go back and watch them 100%. And Debbie says she's subscribing to your channel now. Yes, Chris with the K. And Chris says, I don't know. It's weird. It's also so hard to watch all of the other wonderful creators. Tough to keep up. Sometimes it is tough to keep up. I agree. You love those videos too? Yes. I especially love it when you do a vintage quilt that you're not sure that you're going to like. And then it comes out great. Like, I just love it when that happens. And, you know, I mean, that's just fun. And it's funny because like, I like watching it because I might make a different choice than you. And I go, oh, I wouldn't do that. But then you do something different and it comes out great anyway. So, you know, I think we just like think too hard sometimes about quilting. Like, it's just about the creating, right? That's the fun part. Oh, Debbie's reading The Calamity Club and watching The Night Manager. Yes, you're watching The Night Manager. Yes, I love The Night Manager. So good. I hope you enjoy it. I think you will. Yeah, I think my husband we kept getting ads last night for Lioness, and that's like another sort of, it looks like sort of an espionage type thing, but with women. So it's got Zoe Saldana and Nicole Kidman, and I don't know, we'll probably watch that at some point. I'm sort of over like watching having him pick things. I've been trying to pick things because football season's about to start and then we won't have choices. So yeah. Oh good, you have more planned. Yes Tom Hiddleston can wear a suit, Debbie. You're absolutely right. very cute in that one. Very cute. Very stressed out, but very cute. Um, yeah, we've been binging all kinds of things. So last night we realized that we haven't watched a bunch of Matlock. Do you guys watch Matlock with Kathy Bates? So we realized we missed like the whole season. Like it just wasn't showing up. I don't know. I have YouTube TV is what I use for like my cable programs, and sometimes it doesn't show you what's in your library, or maybe we just forget who's what's the word, like words like it's not panel. Panel is the word that keeps popping up in my head, but it's it's not a Tracy Live if I don't forget the word that I'm trying to say. You know, like your profile. That's the word, profile. We forget whose profile we watch different shows on, so we have to like think about it so that we can remember where we left off. And yeah, so I've got a bunch of Matlock to watch. And then what else are we watching? I started a Korean dating show on Netflix over the weekend. The kids thought I would like it, and I did. So that's reality TV. I don't usually watch reality. You watched season 1? Oh, that's great. It was fab. I love it. Yeah, yeah. Chris says we have the same problem with YouTube TV. I love YouTube TV. Really, really love it. We had Xfinity for years, and you know, it was so expensive. And then we moved here to North Carolina, and there's no Xfinity. There's like Spectrum, and that's it. And when I started, I think we started with something else first. I guess we started with the Spectrum internet, but their internet cable versus their regular cable, completely different. And I did not enjoy it, and so I realized that like I was paying so little for internet that I could like afford to pay for YouTube TV, and we figured we'd give it a shot, and I have loved it because you get all of the live things that you want, all of like the specials on TV, but the DVR is a little weird, and they don't talk to each other if you're looking on your phone versus the one on the TV, which is weird. So you just go to your apps. Yeah, Paramount, Amazon, and Stars. Yeah, I've been contemplating getting Stars because they sent me an offer for like a whole year for like $24 or something silly like that. So I might do that. We also have been contemplating doing BritBox because there's a few programs that we would like to watch on BritBox. But I've been trying to like rotate and not have like, because we had all of the apps at all the same time, and it just gets expensive, and Netflix keeps going up in price, and we've got HBO, and I have Apple TV currently. So we just watched Widow's Bay. Widow's Bay was really good. I want to finish up Shrinking. And I've got to finish up. There was something else. Oh, I've never done Severance, and so I want to do that one as well on Apple TV before we turn that one off for a bit. So, oh, you're on that 1-year deal on Stars, yeah, and you want to do a month or two of BritBox. I don't know what Acorn is. Huh. Interesting. All right, so on to my next pile of like house blocks, and then after this, let's see, I probably will be on for like 15 or 20 more minutes. I'm gonna get through this pile of houses, and then I'll figure out what I'm doing with roofs, and then that'll probably be it. I'm not sure I'm even gonna get to sewing the roofs today, but I've got a bunch of house bases done, so that's good. And I'm sorry if I'm not showing them. I feel like I should show them. So Got a little red and green one. Got some little flowers. And more flowers. Lots and lots of flowers. So we're going to add lots and lots of flowers to my, I feel like the colors will look nice with the, all of the Heather Ross prints that I've got. So I think it'll be nice. These will be nice and soothing comparatively. Not sure I love this one, so I might put it aside. We'll do that one next. This one has a nice little fussy cut door. A little Heather Ross print. Cute stripe. Whew. I have a lot going on today. I should be in the present moment, should I not? And not be worried about like the rest of the day. I have no control over that right now, right? C is older, but really good on Apple. Oh, I haven't seen C. Debbie says it was fab. Oh, I remember that one. Okay. I remember the one you're talking about. Jason Momoa, right. I love Jason Momoa. I feel like he hasn't been around that much lately, or at least showing up in my feeds. I think he's been working on something large, like a big production. But he used to show up on my Instagram a lot, and he hasn't been even showing up on my Instagram. But then again, nobody's showing up on my Instagram, like nobody that I follow. It's so weird, the algorithm on Instagram. You go on Instagram, you get mad, and then you get off. That's what I feel like Instagram is. So I've been not doing Instagram very much. And I only do Facebook to go to Facebook Marketplace and see what's for sale. That's what I do. And I don't need to buy anything lately because, and, uh-oh. Did I disconnect? Okay. I just got a pop up that OBS disconnected. So let me know if I'm still streaming properly. It says that I'm back. But anyway, Debbie, my mother-in-law had fabulous 8x8 pans, and they're like the older ones that are like so sturdy. Like they don't make them like that anymore. And so I grabbed all of her baking pans and I'm keeping them because they just don't make the quality. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So did you hear that? That was the reason why I bought the snacking cakes book, was because the pans are so good that my mother-in-law has. So I got a little fussy cut little door for that one. Oh, getting a cramp. Getting a cramp. I must be sitting funny. I wonder how long I disappeared, or was it just a blip? I'm starting to wonder now, because you guys know that like at the beginning, those of you who've been on for a while know that like the lights flickered briefly. You have some glass 8x8, but they're nothing special. Oh, it was a short blip. Okay, good. Yeah, no, I'm loving this book so much that I'm thinking that I might get a few copies and put together little like gifts for people. Just to have, you know, when you just need like a hostess gift or something like that. So I'm thinking about doing that. Get some 8x8 pans, get the cookbook, maybe a spatula, maybe a bowl if they're like super special. But yeah, I'm very excited. I feel like I want to make the vanilla cake oddly first, but I think you've got to have like vanilla paste, and I don't have vanilla paste, so I might see if Trader Joe's has it. They usually have good prices on vanilla. I'm up to my eyeballs in vanilla extract because I made my own 2 years in a row. and gave it as gifts. Oh, that's what I could do. I could add a bottle of vanilla and then the cookbook and then the cake pan. That's a nice gift too. Already thinking about Christmas. Already doing that. Oh, I just like, why did I do that? I just stuck my finger towards the needle. Like that was dumb. Yeah. So good. Okay, not bleeding. I just was worried for a second. Because I know I just caught my finger. That was so dumb. Those are the moments where I'm like, okay, it's time to stop sewing. Because you're going to hurt yourself because you're not paying attention. There we go. That's fine. Woo woo. Oh, goodness. This one's cute. I like the colors in it. Just a pretty little flower. Okay. So now I might pair up roofs to make sure I've got the right colors. Might need to do that. Otherwise I'm going to have to cut more. I'm going to drink some water. Goodness. Debbie says, keep sewing, please. I still have 4 pennies to add to this block. Don't worry, I'll be here. At least 10 minutes. All right, let's see what we've got. Oh, and we've got these as well. Okay, so between those, we should have things. We should have things that work. Don't need anything that bright. It's too bright as well. Kind of like that. That aside. That blue is not bright at all. Okay, that blue's throwing me off a little. Okay, we're gonna put those aside. Okay. I wonder if I should move this over so you can see what I'm doing a little better. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking what triangles I cut and seeing if I've got colors that match appropriately. Like, one of those might be good with that green. Kind of like that, some pretty orange. It's gonna go well with that one. Yellow might go well with that one. Ooh, that's another option. That's pretty. Might do yellow, which would go with the blue. That's too much. Too busy, too busy, too busy. It's not terrible. I might just go with that. Okay. And then I need something for this one. I don't know if I've got more triangles. I might have more triangles cut that go with that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means I still need 8 to go. 8 houses to go. I don't like that. don't like that. All right. 8 to go. All right. Well, I've got at least got the houses picked out. And then I'm going to have to decide, since these have blue, I'm going to have to be careful of what background blues I use for the sky. That's the one dilemma of doing sky as the, as your background fabric, is if you've got blue in the house, you've got to pick the right blue, so that might be a problem. Hey, Keenan, welcome, welcome. The inside camera did go. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll fix. Thank you so much for telling me that. I got a phone call and it shouldn't have gotten a phone call. So that should work now. There you go. Goodness. Your second mom is okay this morning. I'm good. I am winding down a little bit. We're going to be probably sewing for just a few more minutes. And then I'm calling it quits for the day. So I've got a bunch of appointments today. So I've got a 1 o'clock appointment and then a 3:30, I think. 2:30 appointment. So yeah, it's a busy day. But it'll be fine. I've got to stop stressing about it. There we go. All right. That means we've got what, 6 houses complete? There we go. Cute. Let me count again. I think that's 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 106. That's 14, right? 15. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 8 to go. 8 more houses to go. I miss you too, Keenan. Well, how about you come visit me? How about that? Because if I come out there, I'm going to have to see Bryce and Paul. So, going to have to fly into San Francisco. And then, that's what, 2 hours to you? Let's see. I feel like there was something else I needed to tell you guys that I was working on. And I can't remember what it was. And I was downstairs and I was looking at when I remembered the fabric, I was like, oh, there's something else that I needed to talk about. And I can't remember what it was. Killing me. Oh, goodness. All right. So how's everyone doing? Are you finishing up what you're working on? That would be nice, Keenan. I'm going to Georgia in September. We have tickets to a festival. So we will be going to a music festival in Atlanta. So I'm very excited about that. It's going to be fun. How many pennies do you have left, Debbie? And Mary and Sandra and Melanie, you're at your final pass. Woo woo! 1 penny to go. That's awesome. I love it. Hey, we're making progress, right? We're all making progress this morning. I love it. So, and oddly, I didn't have a little kitten trying to get in the door today. So I thought for sure I would have kittens trying to get in here. So after I do this, what I think I'm probably going to start working on is I'm probably going to start working on some of like my Halloween stuff. Because I want to finish my Kimberbell pillow that I started last year. I feel like I'm halfway through. I think I'm halfway through the pillow. And so we'll see if I can do that on lives or not, because that's kind of, it's a little bit loud. But that's fun. So that might be enjoyable to watch and just chat, because I just love doing In the Hoop project. So might work on something like that. But I also have, I want to get back into like some of my UFOs, and I also want to start just making some gifts for people. And possibly making some, and then I'm also looking over, and I've got the Heart Pop Pride. I've got to do that one. I was hoping to do that one for next month. So in Greensboro, Pride is in September. And so you keep getting double ads. That's crazy. No one has mentioned the ads before. And I have YouTube Premium, and so I just watched it straight. And so I don't even know how ads pop up in the lives and how that works. So you're going to have to explain it to me. I've been trying to decide if like having the Prime is like, or is it called Prime? It's not called Prime. It's called Premium. And I'm working on that. You're working on Art East. Oh, for the birds. On the final bird. Yes. You have an ad blocker. So you don't, so are you watching on a, instead of in the app, are you watching on like a, what's the word? Boy, browser. I'm getting tired. Ads suck. They like to pop up just when. My channel shows ads, but I don't sign up for them to show, and I don't benefit from them. YouTube is dumb. The ads do suck. They pop up at the worst times. Oh, of course they do. Of course they do. Because they pop up when they know that you're going to continue, Oh, so you're on Android and you use a custom version of the YouTube app. Oh, so fancy. I have to explain how to do that for all of us old people. Yeah, so that's funny. I just pay for the premium. I like it because I can watch it wherever I'm watching YouTube. So, if I'm watching in the browser, I don't get ads. If I'm watching on my phone, I don't get ads. If I'm watching on my Apple TV, I don't get ads. So, or even, on my Fire Stick, we have a Fire Stick on one TV and Apple TVs on two TVs. So, yeah. Sorry about the ads. I do benefit from them. So, not very much. I haven't been doing enough on YouTube to like get paid. So, so what can you do? But I'll be back on. I'm trying to just like clear out the grief and get back to like my sojo and find a way back for that. So, and I think I've got to like finish something to make myself like get past it. Hubby has premium, but then I'd have to be him. Yeah. Like that's what's frustrating is I thought that at least in the household, you would get like everyone in the household would get it because you can create a family profile, but it's just you that gets the premium. The family just gets like the other features like Google Music. Right? Yes, I should benefit from them. It's true. Oh, Keenan, you should totally get an Apple TV. It's great. Shrinking is such a good show. I love Shrinking. And we were talking about a few of the shows on Apple TV that are great. So I want to start Severance. Widow's Bay is fantastic. It was really good. I've heard lots of good things about Silo as well. There's a bunch of good TV on Apple. So there you go. All right, Debbie. It's 12:20. Are you done with your pennies? Because I need to run. So I've got 40 minutes until my next appointment, and I've got to get everything just so. So I'm going to turn off I was about to say turn off the TV. Turn off my sewing machine. Oh, Ted Lasso. Oh, I love Ted Lasso, and they've got a new season of Ted Lasso. I just got an email about it, and I think all of them dropped at the same time, if I'm not mistaken, because I tried to look on my Apple TV last night, and it seemed like there were a bunch of episodes there. So yeah, I've heard great things about Silo. Yeah, see you next time, Melanie. It was so nice talking to you, and thanks for reminding me that we met. Love that. So thank you, everybody, for joining. Oh, it's so good to see you too, Chris. You have a great day, and everyone, reminder: go subscribe to Chris's channel, Sew the Distance, and go subscribe to Debbie's channel, Debbie Brown Quilts, too. Yay! Penny Block is done. All right. Well, I will see you all next week. Oh, you read the Silo book series. Nice. Started strong but didn't sustain. Ugh, I hate when that happens. Disappointing. Disappointing. All right. Kisses to everybody. I will see you next week. Hopefully I can make some big progress on roofs and the final stretch. The final stretch of houses. All right. I will talk to you all later.